Welcome back. In one of the previous lessons, you saw how we could arrange items, that is flex items, horizontally and vertically. And in that lesson, whenever we arrange horizontally or align vertically in whichever direction, all the elements go in that particular direction. But it's possible for us to target a particular flex item and give it a different alignment compared to the rest items. So that's the essence of this lesson. So let me go to the index.html file and tweak up things a little bit to demonstrate that concept. So let me take out two of the items like so. And let me change this to item img. I want an image here. And let me change this to item, say, text. And where I have item img, let me insert an image. In the asset folder in the project directory, there is an images folder there that contains a couple of images. So I want to use one of them. Asset images. Let me use the customer.jpg, and here let me just put some random text. So back in the index.html, let me tweak up things a little bit here too. This container, let me give it a width of 60% so that I have it center on the page. And for that reason, I have to set margin to auto. Let me leave the height or change the height to say 30 rem. Display is flex. Let me take out this two. I don't need it for this exercise. And for the flex item, now I can leave the width set like this, flex equals to 1. And what that means is that each one will have a width of 50%. Altogether, make up 100%. And let me change the height here to say 80%. I declare the height of the parent as 30. So if I say this is 80%, you understand what that means. If you watch the previous section, that shouldn't be strange to you. You probably understand that now. But if you didn't, I encourage you to go watch that section. So let me still leave the border here for debugging purposes, and let me leave this. Okay, now let me take out this or rename it to img, and in that place there is an image there, and that image I want it to have a width of, it's a small image, so I just want to blow it up a little bit. Let it have a width of 70% and let the height be 100%. For the other container, or for the other item, what do we call it? Call it test. Now, here, let's see what happened first before we do what I plan we do. If I go to the page now and refresh, this is where we left off the last time. Okay, so you see what happened here. We have the image and we have the text. Now, if you look at the text stays also from the top. And the reason it starts from the top is because that's the default behavior here. Because we set displays to flex, it means that flex direction is row. That's why you see these two items stand side by side, even when I did not explicitly specify flex directions to be row. You understand that? Because flex direction is row here, this second item that contains this one-line sentence or text takes the same height of this. And that's also a default behavior. But this design doesn't make for a good aesthetics. It doesn't look beautiful like this. I would rather that this text stays in the middle here, somewhere in the middle here. That's when it will make sense to me, aesthetics-wise. Now, so what can I do? I could individually align this item in such a way that it stays here in the middle. And that's how we can individually target an item. So how do we do that? Or what Flexbox property handles that? Let me go back to that item, and what I just need to do is say align self center, and that should take care of it. Align self center. Let me give it a save, and let's check what happened. If I refresh now, okay, where it doesn't come to the center that I desire, what's the issue? Okay, let's check what's wrong. Oh, I see. So what do I have to do is to reduce the height of this. Now, to reduce the height of this, by what proportion? The answer is I don't really know. So I can't specify height. So what I can do is to say height equals auto, since I don't know exactly what the height will be. So whatever the height is now, it will adjust. If I have 2 more lines to read, it will adjust. If I reduce it, it will adjust. So this will take care of it. Height auto. And when I do this, I should have that text at the center now. So let's check. There you go. So you have it at the center, but right now it does look as if it's not at the center because the parent container is actually taller than the item. Let me make this one 100%. So let it take the 100% of the parent container. And if I save it, good. So now I have the items, or this item, having the same height as the container. You can now see the text beautifully positioned at the center. So that's what align self does. Align self here enables us to individually target this second item, flex item, all right, and make it stay wherever we desire of the 3 position. Of course, by default, the first position is flex start, which is where it was before we alter it. And if we want to check with bottom now, all I just need to do is to change this to flex what? End. Give it a save. Refresh, and there you go. You see it at the bottom of the container. Now, that is the position in the cross axis because this container is set to display flex, and automatically flex direction is row. So the cross axis is the vertical axis. All right. So when I say flex end here, it's at the bottom. But it would be a different thing if flex direction was column. All right. So, but the cross of this lesson is for you to know how you can alter the alignment of an individual flex item in a flex container compared to the other items in that same flex container. And usually it is done when we have 2 columns like this, where the content of one column is way taller than the content of the other. And it doesn't make for a good aesthetics to have that short content stay at the top. So this is a typical use case to which we put this sort of property to. And that's exactly what I wanted to show you in this lesson.